Hey, what's up everybody? Today I'm going to be ranking every single gun in Fortnite, currently in Chapter 2, Season 2, from worst to best. So, this was not actually my idea for this video. Actually, my friends Liam, aka My Buddy Boo, and Mitch, aka Nintenderdree, and Nintenderdree's channel is in the description. The link is in the description. And they helped me out with the idea for this video. So I said, what the heck? And we're going to be ranking all 20 weapons currently in Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 2 from worst to best. Now, weapons in Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 2 are very unbalanced, so there's a lot of ARs and a few SMGs and a few shotguns, so there's a lot of ARs on this list, so that's what's going to be happening. And we're going to start off with our number 20 spot, the lowest spot on this list, which is probably, you guys all expected this. This is the common, uncommon, and rare version of the pistol. Now, this weapon is certainly not good, and not something I'd really want at any time in the game. But if every weapon in the game, I feel like if I have it, I can use it and maybe get 1 to 2 kills with it. But I'm definitely at a huge disadvantage when using this weapon, because at early game, you're probably either going to have this, which is not the best option, and then you'll probably get destroyed by something like a pump, tac, or a machine gun. So that's why I feel like this is currently the worst gun in the game, just the common, uncommon, and rare version. Now, ladies and gentlemen, coming up to our number 19 spot, this is going to be the common, uncommon, and rare version of the burst. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not absolute awful, but it's the worst AR in the game. I'm going to want anything over it. Basically because of the 3-round burst, it does have first shot accuracy, but the accuracy really does fall off if you fire it multiple times, and that's where I feel like this weapon falls flat on its face. So, late game, I'm definitely at a disadvantage with people who have automatic ARs or suppressed ARs, or maybe even better versions of this weapon, and I'm just going to get destroyed from close range, medium range, or long range. But in the early game, if I have it, it's an okay medium range weapon, but I'm never really going to want it at any time of the game. Now, ladies and gentlemen, number 18 is the first shotgun on this list, and this is the common, uncommon, and rare versions of the pump. So the common through rare pump is, honestly, used to be one of my favorite guns in the game, and it just got so nerfed that it's just awful now. And especially the fact that I moved to a controller, shotguns are just almost ineffective now. And this is the shotgun I would want the least in a 1v1 fight or in any fight during the game. Late game, you're going to get destroyed by a SPOS 12 or a golden tac. So I feel like this is the worst shotgun out of the bunch, and it comes in at our third lowest spot on the list. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're up to number 17 now, and this is actually the newest weapon that was added to the game, and it's the infamous rapid-fire SMG. Now, don't get me wrong, I love SMGs, but this is just not the one for me. It has a very short magazine of 20 and a humongous fire rate, which really doesn't affect this weapon. It does low damage, so you basically have to hit every single one of your bad accuracy shots to kill someone with this weapon. And I don't really ever want to take this weapon at any time. I would take any other SMG or most of the shotguns over it, and it's just never a really good alternative for any time of the game. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have number 16, and this is the common, uncommon, and rare versions of the heavy assault rifle. Now, this is a very funny weapon because it does a good amount of damage, but the accuracy and the fire rate are really low, so you gotta hit your shots to kill someone with this thing, and I'm not that great at the game, so this is not my weapon, clearly, and I feel like it's bottom 5 to material, definitely. And this weapon just doesn't really feel right for me. And I do like finding it early game because I can get some easy kills. But late game, I will get demolished by something else. By far. Now, number 15. This is the epic and legendary version of the pistol. Now, this is the first weapon on the list that I actually think is okay. Now, this weapon is certainly nothing I would write home about, but if I had it early to mid-game, it certainly does very well for me. Late game, I'm certainly not going to use it, but early to mid-game, it's a very great pistol that can really shred through people with its nice AR-like range and great accuracy. So that's where I put the pistol, epic and legendary. Now, number 14, we have the epic and legendary version of the heavy assault rifle, or as I like to call it, the AK. Now, again, it's basically the common rare version, but a little bit better accuracy, a little bit more damage, still nothing to write home about. Really am not very great with this weapon, but it's okay, and I'll put it at number 14 for now, and that's where we're going to put the epic and legendary heavy AR. Now, number 13 spot is going to be the common, uncommon, and rare version of the TAC shotgun. This is certainly a step up from the pump, and I really think this weapon is a very good weapon to use in early and mid-game, but at late game, I prefer an epic and legendary shotgun. But this I prefer over the pump because it does less damage, but it shoots faster and has an easier spread to hit. So I feel like it's a better weapon for early game, just in general, and being automatic because it's tactical is a very good opportunity for this weapon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just right by the common, the rare version of the TAC, number 12 is the epic and legendary version of the TAC. Basically, the same weapon, does a little bit more damage, has actually bigger mag, but it's certainly a weapon I like, but nothing too amazing, nothing I really love. Definitely a huge step up from the normal pump and the normal TAC, but I'd probably take a epic and gold pump over it. Now, we are up to number 11, and this is the common, uncommon, and rare assault rifle. Oh, yes, Old Faithful assault rifle. Always been a pretty nice weapon to me. I always love finding this. This is probably one of my favorite games or guns to use early game. Just an amazing weapon in general, and I'm a big fan. Now, coming in at number 10, just beating the normal assault rifle, we have the epic and legendary 3-round burst. This weapon is, I really absolutely really like it. And it has a 3-round burst, but it does a great amount of damage, and it has pretty good accuracy compared to its common, uncommon, and rare counterpart, known as the FAMAS. People like to call this weapon the AUG, just because of its AUG enormous accuracy. And for a burst, I'm a really big fan of the purple and gold version of this weapon. And I really do like it as an assault rifle, and I think it's one of the middle-of-the-road assault rifles in the game. Now we're up to our number 9, which is another assault rifle, and this is the suppressed assault rifle. This does about the exact same damage as the epic and legendary burst, but this weapon has a few aspects to it that I think is better than both of them. When you start shooting it, it has amazing accuracy. You'll be hitting every shot, but as you spam this weapon, the accuracy will turn really bad. So I prefer firing this in like 5-round bursts just so I can hit all my shots. But I really do adore this weapon, and I think it's pretty good to find, especially that gold one, which is really rare at this time of the day. Alright, so we're up to the number 8 spot, which is going to be a bit of a shocker, my personal pick, and this is the minigun. The minigun is just so much better than it used to be. It fits so well into this meta, and it's really common too. With people cranking 90s in sweats, it's really easy to knock people down with, and oh my gosh, do I just love finding a purple and gold minigun, and even more, I love finding that mythic minigun every once in a while. And just a side note on this list, we will not be looking at mythics. But Brutus's minigun would certainly place very high on this list. But the minigun is just a great weapon right now, and I feel like it works really well in duos and squad game modes. Just one of my favorite machine guns ever. Coming in at our number 7 spot, we have the epic and legendary pump. This is certainly a pretty good weapon, and something that I feel like is high risk, high reward. This thing does a lot of damage, but if you miss your shots and you hit someone, you're going to hit them for like 20 damage. And that's why I feel like this weapon is not top 5 worthy. It's such a risky weapon to use that it's not always the greatest alternative, but if I find one at early to mid and even late game, I'll probably always take it. Unless I find, obviously, something like a RPG or a Scar. Now we're up to number 6, which is, and before we go up to number 6, there are only 2 snipers in the game right now. And number 6 is going to be where our lower sniper of the 2 is going to place. And this is obviously the suppressed bolt sniper rifle. This weapon is certainly a pretty nice weapon. They actually changed it around. It used to be a one-shot kill, but it used to do a solid 100 damage, but reload pretty slow. But now it reloads quickly and does about 95 damage, which I don't like missing that 100 body shot. But I like that you can land down 2 shots on it really quickly, kind of like the hunting rifle, but with a scope. This is overall a really good weapon, and I'll always be picking it up until I obviously find the heavy. And this is a great weapon. Always going to pick it up. Really big fan. But it just misses the top 5 because number 5 is the rocket launcher. The rocket launcher has always been a top-tier weapon in the game. I've always loved the rocket launcher, and I always feel like it's a really amazing gun to use. And it's going to come in at our number 5 spot just because of how amazing it is as tearing down structures and killing people, because it does 115 for the purple and 130 damage for the gold, has a very quick reload time, and just a very big fan of the rocket launcher in general. Now, ladies and gentlemen, number 4 is going to be the submachine gun. The submachine gun is one of the most underrated things, in my opinion. I feel like it's one of my favorite guns in the game. Yes, I like it more than the gold pump shotgun. This is certainly an amazing weapon. You can spray down fire with it. It has great accuracy, great damage, and if you're a good controller player, you can absolutely destroy with it. Unfortunately, I'm not great, but I still really enjoy using this weapon. But coming in at number 3, my personal best SMG in the game, this is the suppressed submachine gun. This is just an awesome weapon in every way. It shoots a lot slower than the normal submachine gun, but it does more damage and has better accuracy, so I feel like it's more rewarding in that way. They both come in gray, green, and blue, so you'll be finding both of them all the time, and I feel like it's just an amazing weapon to always use all the time. My favorite close ranger in the entire game. And I feel like that SMGs, in this part of the game, SMGs are better than shotguns. So we're up to our top 2. And this is controversial, but actually at number 2, it's going to be the Scar. The Scar is the best AR in the game. It's absolutely phenomenal. I'm always picking up a Scar. Every time, I never drop a Scar. Leave it till the end of the game. I love finding a purple, love finding a gold, but the Mythic Scar is awesome. This is just the greatest weapon in all of Fortnite until they introduced this. The heavy sniper. This is no doubt the best gun in Fortnite right now. And my favorite gun of all time. 150 damage to the body. Are you serious, dude? This thing is an absolute shredder of a sniper. Slow reload time rewards and extreme damage. And that is going to be our list for today. So thank you guys for watching. I have my friends' link and bios in the description. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be coming out with more Fortnite, Warzone, and Apex Legends videos this week. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Adios. Sayonara.